Alright, today we're working on a 2017 Subaru Legacy. We're doing the rear differential service where we're draining the fluid and refilling it back up with new differential fluid. As you can see, I have the car sitting on jack stands. I left the jack underneath for extra support. Currently, it's got two front jack stands right underneath the frame, and the two back ones are sitting on the outer rails of the car. So what we're gonna do is gonna go ahead and start draining this fluid. All right, so as we can see, the differential has what you call hex size drain plugs, okay? This is your drain plug and this is your fill plug. So I got a pan that's gonna catch all the fluid that's gonna come out. But what you wanna do first is what I try to do, especially if you have a car that usually is driven up north and you tend to have a lot of rust. Some of these could be very tough to break loose or even get them loose at all. So before we start draining, I like to make sure, and which you should always do anyways, I like to make sure that the fill plug can come out. Because can you imagine draining this thing and then putting it back on, tighten it, and then having to find out that you can't even open this to fill it back up? You're in trouble. So let's take both of them out and let's start with the fill plug and then we'll do the drain plug. All right, so as I stated before, you want to take both of them out, or the reason why is obviously because you got to fill it, but the best way I could explain it actually makes the draining process easier, because if you ever ran out of gas or need gas for your lawnmower, you know that you have to get one of those portable gas gallons, right? And when you're pouring gas into your lawnmower or you're pouring gas into somebody's fuel tank or whatever, you know that it's like when you start pouring the gas out, it kind of pours out very slowly. The vent, if you open up the vent cap right on the gas can, then it starts pouring out a little bit faster, and that's because of pressure, right? So if we release some of the pressure on there, then what's going to happen is the fluid out of this differential is going to come out a lot faster. So I'm going to start by removing the fill plug first. This is a 10 millimeter Allen. You want to get yourself a long ratchet for good leverage. You can actually hear some air coming out of there. That's quite normal. Now we're gonna crack this one loose. So yeah, that was pretty tight on there. All right, I'm gonna place our drain pan right underneath it, and it's gonna get a little messy here. And when you're working on here underneath the car, if you're gonna do this yourself, you want to have safety glasses on, because you don't want any dust or particles or whatever falling into your eyes, man. Safety first. So we got the drain plug, and you can see they're different, both of them, and this is the fill plug. They're a little bit different, so don't mess them up. We're just gonna let that drain for a while, and then we're gonna fill it. Okay, now that it's drained, let's put our drain plug back on. Now we're gonna fill it up. So here's the differential fluid that we're using, 75W90, and then we have this. This is about a $10 tool from Harbor Freight. Basically, it just siphons out the differential fluid and it pumps it into our differential assembly. Now, this little $10 tool is going to help us fill up our differential assembly. Because to be honest, we're not in a shop. I'm doing this in my garage floor. I don't have a manual fluid transfer pump, and this was something you do on a 5,000 mile basis, like an oil change. You would have some kind of fluid transfer pump that will cost less work than this thing, but it does the job, and this is what I'm trying to show here. The only thing is that you may want to wear some gloves, because once it starts coming out, it is very slippery, and you'll see me in a few seconds where I struggle to pull that clip that's attached to the end of the hose. I also gotta apologize here for the video footage. I don't know what happened. My voice got lost on the video and the picture quality didn't come out as I wanted to, so I gotta cut the video short here, guys. But I think you get the point. I gave you a few tips at the beginning where you pretty much drain the fluid, but make sure you take that top fill plug off. And on this one, it's pretty much filling it back in and just making sure you clean that area very well, and install the fill plug back in, and that is pretty much it. Now, if you are taking advantage of this video, if you think that it's being helpful, if it's giving you some sort of guidance, just remember it does take some time to film this stuff. It does take some time to bring it over to the computer, edit it, and find out that somehow or another your video footage got lost, just like the case here. But I'm hoping that I'm helping some of you out there if this is your first time doing this. And that'll be all for today. Thanks for watching. I hope this was informative. I hope you learned something new. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to the channel. Check out some other videos that I have here. And as always, thanks for educating yourself and making progress. Best to you.